grab your stuff. It's going to be a little tricky getting that in.
Is it?
Yeah, I've got a baggage door, but
it's a kind of a bulky thing.
Outer portion
I can
remove,
yeah, I can remove that.
one
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can do it. And your total weight all up is 190.
Yeah, I think my weight's only like 130, and the bag's probably 60 pounds. I'll send them.
Yesterday, a guy came in who was I instructed 40 years ago.
Really?
And he came in his proudly newly purchased 1943 RAF Gullwing Stinson Reliant. A thing of beauty.
Yeah.
9-cylinder radial.
Yeah?
Oh gosh. He let me fly it. It was so cool. I just about wept. They sound so good. Radial engine airplanes sound good.
Yeah. My ride to LA, the one I caught, was in a 43 Howard.
Oh, a Howard?
Yeah.
DGA?
I think
you
so.
got a ride in a Howard?
Yellow. Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. I got a ride in a Gullwing. He got a ride a couple of days ago in a Howard. Howard DGA, a damn good airplane. Damn good airplane. Oh.
It was really cool.
Cheers. Oh, that's very good. I'll check it out and I'll do that. Okay. Yes, I know. And do you know where the oil sample analysis places are? Do you know? I'll talk to Bob Brunson. Okay. Closer to home.
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
closer to home. I'm from Canada, so that's not too far.
All right. Well, have fun. Okay, I'm gonna just hang this up on this. When you turn it on, you actually turn it on. It helps noise.
Yeah.
You just push this button until the red light comes on and put them on.
Okay.
And that'll work.
Alright. I can do that.
Shut it off for now. And I'll get that door open. I just flew this a little while ago. I parked it here because I had a lesson waiting for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Now
see
we're
if
gonna
we can
need.
do it.
Yeah. I think this. We might be able to put it in over the back.
Yeah. Okay. We can try that. If need be, I might be able to compress it down a little bit.
Yes. Let's see if we can. Get it through this triangle.
Like
yeah, maybe. See if that'll work. Anyway, help. Okay, so let's drop it in from the. Now, are you strong enough to get it out? Going back.
Does that seat fold down enough?
It does. I'm going to get this around so you can do that. But you're going to have to be able to lift it out. Sure. And it can rest on those bars.
Okay.
It'll rest on the bars, yeah.
And the other one I can just have it.
Yeah, it'll fit underneath.
Oh yeah.
Or you can put it on top. But I do have to be able to put the seat to the stop.
Yeah.
No, go for it.
So I can just sit on.
Yep,
top of that
you can
stuff?
sit on that stuff.
I think everything I need is just here.
Okay, and you're gonna carry that?
I'll carry this. Yeah, this is my network thing.
All right.
Well, we made it work. Alright.
So, when you get in here,
Yep.
it's going to be like this. Step over to the other side of the stick. This uses a stick and rudder. It's a little aerobatic trainer.
Okay.
And we'll get you strapped in. This goes over your left shoulder.
Okay.
Be advised, on both sides it is possible to think you've got it strapped on securely when it's 180 off. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just make sure it's directly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
and
check
that's
that
on
when I
both
get
sides.
in. Yeah.
Don't step on the cable
Because
here.
it's fly-by-wire. That's what you control the plane with?
Yeah, well, fly-by-wire is electrical.
Oh, is it?
Fly-by-cable.
Fly-by-cable?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's,
I'm learning.
Yep.
I'm learning the lingo as I go.
I'm not an air transport guy, but I happen to know. I'm a school teacher.
All right.
So I'll hold this stuff and hand it to you.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
And then you can, don't hang on the door. You can put your weight here. You can hang here also. Okay. And swing in. Any portion of the skeleton you can hang on. Right. Yeah. And in the back of my seat, or whatever. That works. Yep. Absolutely. Once you're in, it's not too bad. How tall are you?
I'm only like 5'10".
Yeah, it'll be all right. I'm just gonna put this stuff here so you're strapped in.
Sure.
Okay. And make sure you are 180 degrees up at the base, so it's not hinged around. Just check your side over there.
How does this?
Okay, this is. Yep, you got it right. It's what we will do is loosen this up.
Okay. Sorry.
Snap that in.
Oh, and then that has to be.
That's snapped in, and then it's got to be in. There it goes. And then, so sit up straight. I don't want it to cut.
Oh, yeah.
Cut in your neck. Okay. And make sure that this is. And we're gonna tighten this one. So this one can actually go. And I just popped something off there. Okay, so this and this come to you.
Yes, this and this.
Okay.
Right.
I have to have, for safety purposes, I have to do that.
Okay, so I
All the way
will.
to there, like that.
Yeah.
It's an acroplane, so that's the way it goes.
All good. I'll keep that out of the way.
This will go left, and this gets pushed, and it's on. Put those on, and you just about eat the microphone because it's noise canceling.
Sorry?
It's on your lip, and just about eat the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
I will be right back.
Perfect. How we doing, everyone?
So how many airplanes do you suppose you'll have ridden in by the time this trip is through?
Well, with the success I'm having so far, it might be a few.
Yeah, so this is the second one on your trip?
This is the third plane, and technically the other one was a Cessna. Sorry, I don't remember the model.
Nose wheel airplane? This is a tail wheel airplane like the Howard. See, this one has a tail wheel. Look at that airplane. That has a nose wheel.
Oh, okay.
See?
Yeah. I feel it was similar to this.
Okay, it could have been a Cessna 180.
Maybe. I could contact the guy that flew me. I still have his number.
This is a Balenka Citabria.
Balenka Citabria.
Balenka was an Italian immigrant who built airplanes in the United States in the 30s. His company existed, and it's just a clever name. Citabria sounds like an Italian province or something, but it's actually aerobatic spelled backwards.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's just a marketing thing. Balenka is no longer in business, but another company took over making these, and you can still buy them today.
Oh yeah. What year is this one?
1974.
74.
And it was French in the 80s, and it was built from a basket of parts.
Yeah?
They call them basket cases. I know that sounds awful, but a guy at the end of this airport actually built it, and he's quite renowned. And he did a beautiful job. I bought this from my brother when he lost his medical, my older brother.
Yeah.
And it flies just great. God, It's a good airplane. It's ugly and loud and slow, but it flies well.
It's got character.
Yes, it does. Skippy, the plane.
You call it Skippy?
It was named by my brother, who thinks it looks like the stereotypical children's book of what a little airplane looks like. So he named it Skippy the plane. So I'm good with that. Okay, you're strapped in?
Strapped in, ready to go.
My map.
Oh yeah. Do most people navigate by like phone or iPad now? In planes like these?
They're supplementary.
Yeah.
But they're awfully handy. It's just like a GPS in a car. You can see exactly where you are over the earth.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
It's a nifty setup. And when I was first flying, they didn't have anything like this. It's all newfangled to me.
Is the don't do anything dumb sticker, is that stock?
That's my brother. And this is the better one. Skid not thy turns, lest the ground rise up to smite thee.
I like it.
It's a not uncommon error that people do that can be dangerous, skidding.
Like on landing?
No, it's an aerodynamic error that you make in turns. Approaching to landing, it can cause some problems. Alright, radios and electrical equipment off. Master switch on. Close it. Open it again. Turn it off. Get out of the way! I'm going to start it!
Should I leave the...
Sorry the headsets weren't working for you.
Oh, that's okay. I just had to push it like into my ear, so it was like the speaker was like right in my ear.
I think the speakers are, those are old headsets. I think
Yeah, they look like they've seen better days.
Yeah, they've seen better days. Good ones I can't afford. I have one. I wouldn't buy another.
Yeah, oh, it's all good. Should I unplug these or?
Yeah. No, you can, yeah, I'll take care of that.
You'll take care of it? Alright, I'll just set them down.
Hang it over the skeleton over your head. Just hang it over this.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to put this on the horizontal stabilizer back here. Hey, I'll just push it back.
Okay.
You don't put a lot of force on too long the airplane. I mean, if you're outside, you know, not Travis, Trevor, right? Trevor, yeah. Yes, is this Callum? Hi, Callum. I didn't recognize your voice for some reason. I just saw the last name. I didn't know that was Asa that I was supposed to have maybe been flying with. I have no reason to fly. I think he was put with in the wrong column. So I have plenty of time. Okay, cool, cool. Very good. We'll talk to you later. Okay, I'll see you in a half hour, I guess. All right, bye. Okay, not as much a rush as possible. I'd take you to Cheyenne, except it gets expensive.
Yeah, for sure. So, I appreciate just.
Oh, sure thing. It's fun giving.
Can we get a picture with the plane?
Oh, sure. You want to take a shot of you leaning on Skippy there or something?
Can we get one together? Just
sure,
I'd like to show the different people that pick me up, and then maybe one with me.
Sure.
I don't want to hold you up because you got places to be.
Actually, that was a call canceling my next flight, so I'm good.
Oh, okay.
You get the light right and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish it said Skippy and had a little smiley cartoon airplane on there. That's a lot of. There's Skippy.
Good deal. I'm gonna get one of you.
And your stuff, so you can see that we've just arrived. It's right. It's right. There you go. Touch and go in a little bit. You don't see that very often. They are Bombardier. They used to be, yeah. Bombardier bought the old Lear company. Yeah. So still called Lear now. Yeah. They're noted for being easy to fly, very quiet jet, as you can see now.
Yeah, that was very quiet.
Pretty cool. My guess is that you want to go in through that entrance.
Yep.
It's a little bit of a walk out to I-25.
Yep.
But you might be able to catch a ride with somebody who's, waiting for a car. They have a lot of business traffic here.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes, yeah, sure, get in, so you'll see what happens.
Would any of these, like, they probably wouldn't take any of those?
No, they won't. Those run, they probably not. Probably
Charter
aren't
flights,
allowed to. It's pretty much charter, and it's company rules. It's revenue flights, or if it's scheduled, you can't just pick up someone.
Okay.
And also, like that little citation there, 74 Lima.
Yeah.
That's probably $400 to $500 every 6 minutes. About $4,000 an hour. Yeah. Wow. This is about $105 US, depending on how many hours. Yeah. No, not for fuel.
Just
Let me tell you about airplanes. It doesn't feel like it to me. It's like Uber drivers lose value in their cars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking?
Yeah. Depreciation.
So if you and you like this airplane after 2,000 hours, you should probably buy a new engine and put it in.
Yeah.
And a new engine installed is about 32 grand.
Oh, okay.
So, and then if you hit the prop or something, then it's at $4 grand there, and you basically amortize it. And a lot of people ignore it and just fly for gas and oil, but then it hurts at the end. When it's time to replace the engine.
Yeah.
So I got this thing for a song for my brother. That's what I was telling you. My brother was ill, but he couldn't see fit to sell it away.
Yeah.
From the family, and he said, "Buy my airplane." I was looking at an $18,000 Cessna, really old beat up one, and I couldn't afford this, but he gave me a huge brotherly discount, so I bought it, and it's a lot of fun, and you can see it just flies hands off. It goes.
Yeah.
That was cool. It's really nifty.
And yeah, people in my chat were saying that the other plane I did fly on was the Cessna 180.
It was a 180. Yeah, that's tail dragger. So you're 100% tail dragger now.
I'll have to get
and tail draggers are real airplanes. They're manly airplanes.
Well, the Howard was leaning so much.
Oh yeah, they sit very high.
Yeah.
This one just has a low nose. If it had a round engine like the Howard, it would be about like that. It would be hard to see.
The Howard is cool because you start going and then the tail comes up, and then until then you see nothing. You're just like looking at the sky.
Were you next to him or behind in the back seat?
For one flight I was next to him, the other one I was in the back.
Yeah, in the back you can't see squat.
Yeah.
In the front, you look at the edges of the runway and judge the yoke because they have a wheel.
Yeah.
And compare that shaft with the edge of the runway, and you can judge your heading that way.
Yeah.
And you judge your height that way also, and you land it by height. And
yeah.
Tail draggers, you have to be careful with the height. If you hit it, fly it onto the mains accidentally.
Yeah.
It porpoises, it could do damage. Howards probably land on the mains intentionally.
I think he did.
This you can land it on the mains intentionally, but this one you tend to land a 3-point attitude like that. So. Well, there you go. It was a pleasure meeting you. I'll see if I can look this up on Twitch.tv.
If you don't want to see the stream, like there's a contact email there if you just want to contact.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that was fun. It was good. I'm glad you got to get a view of the front range. That's Long's Peak. It's 14,000 plus. Yeah. And now next to it's Mount Meeker. It's just under 14.
Yeah.
This is the range north of Rocky Mountain National Park. It's called the Medicine Bow Range.
Mm-hmm.
It's lost in the haze, but there's a big one. Mount Evans, also over 14,000.
I've heard of that one.
And curiously, there's only one mountain actually on the Continental Divide in Colorado. That's south over 14,000.
Yeah.
The rest are east or west. Scattered. Anyway, there you go.
That was awesome.
Well,
that made my day. That made my week.
Good. It saved you about probably an hour and a half of hitchhiking to get to go north this far. That's the Dassault. It's pretty quiet too.
Yeah. Yeah, we're up there. It's Air Force Base there. They've got big Keens that fly in and out there.
Oh, they're loud. Yeah, military. That one's louder than the Learjet though.
Yeah, I can tell.
Definitely.
And then also we have the Snowbirds. Unfortunately, I don't know what type of plane that is, but that's
Those
like
are T-34s. And they're, I think they're Cessnas actually.
Are they?
They're made for military, but they're Cessnas. Cessna is usually a civilian company.
Yeah.
And the T-34, and there are a couple others they made.
Yeah.
For military training purposes.
So they train out of there like a month of the year. So
Yeah.
As kids, you get to see them practice.
Oh, they do great stuff.
It is really impressive.
One of the guys at our place did training and leading for the Red Baron Stearman, the Red Baron Pizza Air Show aerobatic team, formation aerobatics.
Yeah.
With old Boeing Stearmans, 1930s, late 30s, early 40s vintage, and he did it for 25 years. Good formation aerobatics. I'm glad he's still with us. But, yeah, it sounds dangerous to me.
Looking at it, they look so close and they're doing such crazy stuff.
Oh, they are close.
I don't know how they do it.
Only one guy does it. Everybody else knows what to expect, but they're looking at the guy they're supposed to be looking
one
at.
lead. Yeah.
And one lead, and then this guy looks at him, and I look at this guy.
So it's visual, it's not called? Or
Well,
do they kind of count down
it's
and
called,
then you look at it?
it's called, but you're watching the guy in case he screws up.
Yeah.
Then you have to deviate, and it's up to the guy outside of you to deviate because you screwed up, even if it's not your fault.
And you got like a fraction of a second. Like,
oh yeah, oh gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see the B-17 flying around Denver today?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they're giving rides.
Like
they're not giving rides, they're selling rides. $400.
Oh, for like
for
a
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. That's how they keep it flying.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. So
So
the guy that flew me before, he he was talking about the cost of like the World War II planes and just the maintenance.
Oh,
and,
the
like,
maintenance is what is very expensive.
They don't make new parts, so you have to find.
No, you have to find people who. Some
do they
people
make new
actually forge them. They actually make them,
Yeah.
but they're not in production.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And God, they had one. It was interesting. This one was Pratt & Whitney. The next engine was Pratt & Whitney. Engine 3 was Studebaker.
Yeah.
And the next one was a Packard. Because during the war they put
it all together.
Well, no, they actually contracted, the War Department contracted car companies to start making airplanes.
Yeah.
So they're a conglomeration of different companies making parts to the same specifications, so it's not unusual to find out warbirds.
That is interesting. I guess Total War, like everything is involved
everything
in the war.
was involved with it, I guess, so yeah, it's before my time. Not much though, Sonny. Let me tell you. So anyway, there you go. I gotta get shaken back to.
For sure.
So it was good talking to you, and I hope people like watching your
think they
thing.
really
And
like
I will. It's not like going all the time. So.
Like right now it's streaming and there's people talking and watching. There's like 100 some odd people watching.
Yeah, and is it just showing the cockpit of the airplane right
now? Oh, like right now, we're kind of in the peripheral.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a kind of wide angle. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's almost fisheye. I can see that. Yeah. Hi,
Gives you a
everybody.
good.
Hi, Earth. That's cool. It's newfangled gadget to me.
It's new
to me,
everyone.
it was a miracle with red LED hand calculators. It was a miracle. So.
But this is crazy. There's people all around the world watching. Like I've had people from all around Europe, Asia, Australia.
The iPad I was using.
Yeah.
We didn't even have GPS, and that iPad shows me all the traffic around me and the route, and the airplane flies along the map, and I'm still astounded. I only got back into this a few years ago after a 25-year hiatus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And you got back in because your brother was selling the plane, or did you get it before?
Family situation changed.
Yeah.
I was getting bored with being retired. It doesn't. Retirement's not all it's cracked up to be. And I wanted to be useful.
Well, you
so
have
I
to.
got,
Yeah, you
got
have to
back
keep
into
busy.
because I had flight instructed before, so I decided to do it again.
So is this just like a hobby, passion for you?
Yeah, I just always liked it.
Yeah.
I'm real prone to air sickness too. Go figure.
Really?
Yeah.
When you're flying too, or is it more of a
Yeah,
passion?
I don't like ARF or anything like
Like
that.
I felt it a little bit when we were coming in for the landing, like after the few things we did.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, you don't want to wring anybody out. That's why the Lazy 8s are very gentle and not a lot of
too
G's.
much, yeah.
Probably just pulling and pushing so you can see the G meter does most of it. That's an intense feeling.
That was an intense feeling.
And then you see the pen float. I don't know if you saw the pen
you
floating
held it up,
there and like that. This has
that was cool.
that's a fuel tank, a little 1.5 gallon fuel tank.
Yeah.
So when you turn it upside down, it takes fuel off of that. It's a header tank.
Oh,
like
okay.
that. And it has a little
That's
door
interesting.
in
I
the
never
oil
thought.
filter that makes the oil pick up off the top of the oil pan when it's
Yeah.
upside down.
I never thought about
And
having
so
to
it keeps
engineer for that.
Yeah. So it's sort of jury rig engineering, but it works.
If it works, then
yeah.
it works.
Yeah, it works fine.
I never thought about having to specific things geared towards flying upside down.
This isn't practical, but it sure is fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, very good. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, you've got my contact info.
Yes, I do. Thank you so much. I
Awesome.
appreciate that. I'm going to try looking at it tonight. How late are you on?
It depends. I stop hitchhiking usually when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
So here, what's that? 7 something, 8?
Here it will be, about 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
On June 21st, it's not nearly as late as. Well, wait, you're towards the east end of the time zone in Victoria or in BC, huh? In Vancouver. Or are you near the west edge of that time zone?
Like we're about as far west as you can be in Canada, but I'm not sure where the time zone starts and stops.
Yeah, so
because Alaska's a separate time zone, right?
Yeah,
so
it is. Yeah. So if you're, I guess, June 21st it's still twilight at 10, right?
here around here?
No.
Or it's
you're-
probably like just the last bit of light
Yeah.
around then.
Here it's fireworks don't go on July 4th until about 9:20.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's too light.
Yeah.
So there you go.
They wait.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, check it out. People would be interested in chatting with you. If you make an account, then you can chat on the stream, and people can talk to you and see what you say and stuff like that. So if you find it and we're online,
I'll take a look.
but yeah, for sure.
Take a look.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. See ya.
Cheers.
Again, thank you so much. That was awesome.
Safe travel.
All right. Sorry, I haven't been talking to any of you guys for the past, whatever, that's been 30 minutes with the flight. Because I had set it up, and anything I say he hears in his ear, so I didn't want to be like talking to you guys in the plane. Because it would just be yelling in his ear. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed that. We did a bit of like, what do you call them, like lazy 8s. We'd like go up onto the side and be like kind of like straight sideways. We're not allowed to go upside down unless we both have parachutes. So we didn't go upside down, but we went like sideways, and then we did some like pulling down so you can go zero gravity for a little bit. What's the location now? Fort Collins, Colorado. But it got me out of the Boulder area. And I don't think I'll be catching a flight out here. It's like most of this is business. Like these are jets here, and they're for business. But I think we're close to the I-25, so we can figure something out.
See you later.
All right.
See you next time.
Thanks. You take care.
You too.
Hi. Just gonna see where I am. Hey, is this mostly like a business airport? Like
It's
a private?
Yeah.
Okay. No, just because I'm traveling around and I'm hitchhiking around the United States and someone just flew me here, negotiated a ride. But do you think that would happen, be a possibility here, or is it more chartered flights and stuff like that?
It's just chartered.
It's just chartered, yeah. And then that would be a no-go on that front because it's, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. All right, thanks. And how do I get out of here? Out there and then out there. Okay, that's the best way. All right. Thank you. Alright, there's some benches here kind of in the shade. I'm going to sit down and we're going to debrief. It was kind of really quiet in there, and like there's a bunch of pilots just sitting there, but like in proper pilot attire, you know? And it was quiet, so I just wanted to get out of there. But I asked, it's all charter flight. Yeah, you like that? How do I get out? Okay. Let's see, what are we at? Rejected. Well, I already talked to Peter about it, and he said pretty much you probably couldn't get a flight out of this airport. Like I tried to show you guys those jets. Like those are chartered flights for pretty much business purposes, and they're not gonna take you. They won't. Right. Just gonna see if there's a few questions I can catch up on. We won't be setting up camp anytime soon, puppy. It's only 2:10. Let's find them parachutes next time so we can go upside down. Yeah. I'm down. That was so much fun. We didn't do any kind of aerobatics with Todd or Todd number 2, the two other pilots that flew me. Oh. There goes Peter. Bye, Peter. Thanks, Peter. So that was fun. I need to update the location. Where are we? I'll update the title. I'm in like near Fort Collins. Oh, you could see the flight on Flight Radar 24? That's cool. I wasn't sure on like small flights like that if they actually register or not. I'm just gonna see if there's any follow. Miss W, thanks for the 25 bits. Holy, Miss W, just lots of bits. Fupa Lord, thanks for the 100 bits. Double Tap 13, thanks for the 100 bits. Awesome stream, thank you. My phone is so slow, it does not scroll through this very well. Alright. Very close to the Wyoming border? Yeah. Like, I think this in there that said like North Colorado something or other. So yeah, we're getting close. Did you go upside down? Not quite. We're not. He said I asked, and he said that unless we have parachutes, like you're not allowed to go upside down. You're not allowed to do aerobatic flying. Yeah, so we weren't allowed. fun ride? I agree, that was a fun ride. I'd love to get a ride on a jet, but yeah, from people I've talked to, that's not going to happen unless I know someone. Like Todd said he could have gotten me maybe a ride from Bakersfield to Vegas in a jet. But yeah, we weren't going to go to Nevada at that point. Ask the receptionist for a drive. You can tell she liked me. She's working. She's doing a job. I'm just some Canadian that quit his job to hitchhike around. So I don't have to be anywhere. She has to be somewhere. I want to be on that plane. I was selling outdoor gear and equipment. It's just that's my last few jobs. With the type of traveling I'm doing, it's easy for me to get a job in that field. $46 miles to Cheyenne. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the next ride. So how can you top hitchhiking a plane ride? What do you guys think? Would hitchhiking a jet airplane be, so it's still a plane ride, but would that top like the prop planes I've been getting? How do you get unlimited data as a Canadian? My data plan's through a third party, and they have a deal with Verizon pretty much, and I get unlimited data. There are small planes flying out of it. I didn't know what she's talking about. Maybe. Oh well, I think I'm happy with that one flight for the day, and we can always come back to it. But that was really fun. That got me out of the main kind of Denver area. Train hitchhike. I don't know if that would top flying. And also, that's not hitchhiking. That's freight hopping or black riding, and both of those are illegal. What I just did there, that's fine. I just asked for permission, or like asked if I could tag along, and people were like, "Yeah, sure, tag along." So I did. Yeah, riding a train for free involves getting on without permission, which is not okay. Still need to hitch a ride with some Amish? Yeah, I agree. That would be fun. Get a hot air balloon? Yeah, we were talking about that a few days ago. Hot air balloon ride would be fun. There's our jet. Bye, baby. I'll miss you. Shame. Helicopter ride would actually be cool and feasible. Yeah, actually, it probably would be. At the same types of airports where they have these planes, they'll be, you know, quite often there's personal helicopters. So maybe I could get a ride in a helicopter, and that might top a plane. Carriage or tractor. Hey, I actually did get a ride in a tractor in Switzerland, near Chur. I think that's how you pronounce it. Chur, northeast. Well, I guess I wasn't technically hitchhiking, but yeah, I was hanging out with this person, and they're a tractor mechanic, and then we went to his work and we drove in a big John Deere tractor. Surfboard hitchhike? Yeah, it's different than surfboard. You could hitch a boat. I have done that one as well, kind of, across a lake in Ireland. Oops. I've always wanted to just be like kind of walking down some isolated road somewhere, just walking and hitchhiking, and then someone just happens to drive past on a tandem bicycle with an empty back seat, and then you throw your thumb out, and then you just go along for the ride. I've always wanted to do that. Can hitchhike in a luggage case on a jet. Oh, sorry. What did I miss? Sorry, Zane. Oh, I was seeing the cheer ones and then I got distracted. Keep it up, Trevor, with how much charm you have. Someone's gonna end up giving you a plane. Thank you, Zane. Appreciate it. We're gonna turn this like hitchhiking stream into like a trading up stream. Someone's gonna give me something and I'm gonna charm my way to trade up to the next big thing, and we're gonna trade up from like a pen all the way up to an airplane. I think they made a TV show about that, not with hitchhiking, but with trading things, and it was probably not real, but anyway. Alright, I need to drink more water. I can tell I'm a little dehydrated. Time to go back to California and get Elon Musk to give you a ride into space. Hey, we've talked about this. We're gonna go to Cape Canaveral. We're gonna make a hitchhiking sign on a piece of cardboard that says space, and we're just gonna stand. I don't know what the best place to stand would be, but we're gonna hitchhike at Cape Canaveral. Trade your pants for another shirt. I only have one pair of pants, okay? I have like 4 shirts, but I only have one pair of pants. I can't trade my pants if they're my only pants. If I was riding a bike, I wouldn't pick up a guy with a 60-pound pack. You know what? I can hold my own, but I understand where you're coming from. Ever hitchhike on a Mormon horse and carriage, like an Amish? Is a Mormon thing a horse and carriage? Do they do horse and carriage, or is that only Amish? I don't know. Regardless, I haven't hitched a ride on a horse and carriage. They might take you to a hospital if you hitch to space. Oh, trade a shirt for pants? I like having one pair of pants. Or do I? The only time I don't like having one pair of pants is when I'm doing laundry. Because then I have no pants. Because my other pants are in the wash. Nice flight where I'm at now. I'm at Loveland or Fort Collins. Someone said 40 some odd miles south of Cheyenne. It's Amish, yeah. Husky sleigh ride, that'd be cool too. The thing is, with that, like, I'm Canadian and I've been to some places where they do that, but no one does that. Like, if you're a local there, you don't just ride around on a, you know, on a dog sled. Everyone's moved on to motorized methods of transportation, so like they'll have their snowmobiles. And the dog sled industry is specifically geared for tourism. It's really hard to hitch anything that's geared towards tourism, because everyone that's doing that is paying. And that's the whole point of it, is it's for people that are there to specifically do that. So I think it would be very difficult, but with that said, you know, then that's just a challenge. I think my best way would to just be like make friends with people that work or own that kind of place and just see if I can negotiate with that. But I wouldn't be able to just stand on the side of some track and like catch a ride on a dog sled. It'd be cool though. The real question is, how many pairs of underwear does he have with him? Socks are more important than underwear. I think I have 4 or 5 pairs of underwear. I could get away with less too. I think I overpacked on underwear. should use the Glimpse app. You can share your location on a map for 15 minutes up to 12 hours, and people can click the link and see your location. And that sounds really cool, but now that we're kind of at the, like we're hovering around 100 people and stuff like that, when I had like 5 to 15 to 20 viewers, I kind of just told people exactly where I was. But now that we've gotten a little bit bigger, like you guys can probably figure out where I am, but I don't really advertise my exact location. I give general areas, but I don't really give my pinpoint position, just with the internet and all. Like a whitewater raft ride. I've never done that, and I'm from Canada. I should have. But yeah, I'd like to hitch a ride that you're just standing on the side of the river and they're like rolling down some rapids and they like wave you in. Do you get to shower daily? No, I don't. I do not. If you're gonna hitchhike or travel in any way like this, you're not gonna get to shower every day. More from non-human, do you remember me? Not off the top of my head, but I have a horrible memory, so if there's probably a good chance I should remember you, but I have the memory of a goldfish sometimes, so if you remind me, I'm sure that'll spark my memory. A submarine hitch. Yeah, that would top a plane. Although it's a bit less exciting once once you're down in a submarine, you're kind of just chilling in your submarine. At least in a plane, you've got like, you can see things and stuff. How about a night spooky stream? Yeah, I definitely will at some point. It's just most of the time I'm camping in places that like I shouldn't be like making a lot of noise and light and stuff like that. Yeah, so I definitely will do a camp stream at some point. It's just gonna be when I'm like pretty much camping in someone's backyard or something like that, where like everything's above board. Greenland rules. Hi Trevor. Due to shifting work hours, I missed some of the day. My phone's overheating. Try and get more in the shade. We'll watch the videos to be updated. So you saw the flight? Saw us flying? Today's been a really good day. Oh, that was a lot of fun. UFO hitch. You'll have to talk to Joseph about that. I don't know if you know who Joseph is, but that's the dude that was talking about psychic vampires, and he's been abducted several times by aliens. Those are guys that picked me up in California. Joseph and River. There'll be VODs of that or clips in my channel if you want to check out who they are. Interesting fellows. If you want to do whitewater, you could possibly help with that. You was a river guide in northern Wisconsin. I'm gonna put your name down because I am interested in that. Apesman. That's cool. I'll be going through Wisconsin at some point. Probably not for a little bit. Appreciate that. That's really cool. Oops. Yeah, I want to hitchhike through every single state that hasn't banned hitchhiking. So Wisconsin's on that list, and I'd love to go whitewater rafting. I don't think that would work well for a live stream. One, I'm guessing wherever they're whitewater rafting, there's no cell service, and two, water and batteries, and they don't mix that well. But it'd be cool. We still have to do a skydiving stream though. I definitely want to do that. I think we could make that work. You asked very deep questions to you. I have another one for you. Why isn't broccoli sold in cans? I don't think it would taste that good out of a can, but I guess like they can other vegetables, like canned carrots and stuff. Maybe it just doesn't hold up to the canning process very well as like a kind of green, like the florets or whatever, like the little parts there. Maybe they don't just can very well, so they don't do it. You know, always asking the deepest questions. Just make sure it's not a homemade submarine, like one of those smuggling ones they use for smuggling drugs. Hitch a ride on the Oscar Mayer Wiener. Next season, hitchhiking around Australia, but don't go to Wolf Creek. I hitchhiked through Australia last fall, actually, and I went. People told me right through the area where Wolf Creek is. I don't know, or like it's based upon. I didn't live stream it though. But I did it. Bigfoot hitch. You can totally get canned broccoli? Alright. So your deep question was flawed. Getting closer and closer to Greenland? Technically, yes. Realistically. Hey, Sergeant Donut. So what am I doing right now? I'm sitting here. I was hydrating, but then my phone started overheating. So then I picked up my phone and put it in the shade. But now the sun's behind a cloud, so we should be okay. But I'm near Interstate 25, heading north. So I'm gonna walk out to I-25 and hitchhike a ride towards Cheyenne. Cheyenne? Hey. What the hell is canned broccoli? I don't know, but it exists apparently. Why would broccoli need to be canned? Why does anything? Why do they can carrots and peas and stuff like that? I don't know. So you can have vegetables when it's not in season? No proof, gotta stream it. See, I couldn't live stream the process of hitchhiking through the middle of Australia because there's absolutely no signal. Like, it's horrible. I think I could only do the eastern seaboard to like southeast, like Sydney and maybe up to like Brisbane. Go hitchhiking Europe, and that's what I've been telling people. If this continues to go as well as it is going, and I improve the quality and like the reliability of the stream, I don't see why we have to end at hitchhiking just America. We can go to Europe. Pretty much anywhere that has a reliable, like a well-developed cellular network, we can go there. Canned whole chicken. Whole chicken? I've seen canned chicken, but whole chicken? That's crazy. Just browsing through Twitch and seeing this. Located in Greeley. Where's Greeley? Is that like near here? Welker 57? Well, I can just look it up, but yeah. Cool, you found the channel. Were you here when we flew in the plane? Hitched a ride on an airplane? That's flight number 5. Hitched flight number 5. But this is the first one where I kind of like sought it out myself and like found myself a ride. The other ones were all from one person that picked me up in his truck hitchhiking and then got me rides. Oh, you're in Greeley. Oh, you're really close to here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're really close. It's funny you found the stream right now then. This plant is too small for you. What's been your favorite spot in the world? I have never been able to answer that well. I've told people my favorite 3 countries have been Ireland, Croatia, and Japan, based off of the experiences I had there. The sun's back out, so let's put you over here. Basically, yeah, the experiences I had there. But this trip here has actually been, I've told people a few times that this is one of the, no, this is probably the most fun I've had on a hitchhiking trip, because the chat interaction, like, I love hitchhiking, but there's a lot of downtime with hitchhiking, which I'm okay with, I don't mind it, and you're kind of persevering through it. But all that down period, I get to talk to you guys and kind of, we get to interact. You guys get to ask me questions, I get to answer questions. I find it actually really fun. I'm probably just a silhouette with the sun behind me. Maybe I'll reposition somewhere. Sit on a rock. Anyway. But I couldn't just pick one favorite spot. I'm almost done. You could travel your whole life, every single day be traveling, and you would never be done. You could stream the trip from US to Europe, for example, on a cruise ship. I don't think you could, because they don't have cellular network in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Like, cruise ships quite often have a certain amount of data, which is through satellite, but it's slow and it's expensive, and streaming is very data intensive. I'd love to, though. It's over 100 in Arizona. Thank God I'm not in Arizona. Next guy that passes by possibly could give you a ride. We could ask, but chances are if they're walking this way, they're leaving the airport. It's 35 miles southwest of you. Anyway, good luck on your journey. Thank you, Welker. Someone who's 35 miles away from me. Thank you. 25 countries, that's nice. Greeting from Germany. Thank you, Strawberg. Appreciate it. 37 miles from the Wyoming border and 47 miles from... Oh, I'm almost in Wyoming. That's really fun. Hey, I think we're going to get to a new state today. That's exciting. Can you see your messages? Did you send me a whisper? One sec. But I can see your messages. Did I miss one in chat, or did you send me a private message? Anyway. Okay, I should probably get going, although I have to figure out where I am and how to navigate. Also, is that smart water making me smarter? This is no longer smart water, this is tap water in a smart water bottle. I bought this because I like the water bottles that smart water makes. Talk to any thru hiker that does like the PCT or the Appalachian Trail, or not any, but a lot of them use these water bottles. They're easy to slip into like these mesh things on your bag because they're kind of tall and narrow, and they're really lightweight. Like my Nalgene bottle weighs probably like 3 times as much as this does. What do you think about the safety of hitchhiking? Well, I think when you're hitchhiking, you're taking more risk than you're taking if you take a bus, plane, or train, or a rental car, or your own car from point A to point B. But I don't think it's at all, like in any way, shape, or form, nearly as dangerous as people make it out to be. Like I've hitchhiked in 25 countries. I've been picked up, we're estimating, about 750 times now. And in a car that I've been actually gotten into, I've never felt threatened by anyone. I felt threatened by people's driving, but I've never felt threatened by the person themselves. So my thoughts about the safety in hitchhiking is that it's pretty freaking safe compared to what people think it is. But you're still dealing with a lot of unknown factors, and for me, the scariest unknown factor that I can't screen for at all. Like, I talk to my drivers before I get in to make sure they're not insane or drunk or anything like that. But I can't screen for driving ability. You only get to find out if they're a competent driver when they start driving. So that's the scariest, most dangerous part for me, is driver's capability. Do you usually sleep in private locations for hotels? I usually sleep in my tent, wherever I can find a spot to put my tent down. Like, I wasn't sure exactly, based on how the question was worded, what the question was, but on this trip, usually I try to avoid paying anything for accommodation. One of the best ways to save money is to not pay for accommodation or transportation, hitchhiking. But on this trip, I've paid for nights more than I usually would. In 27 days now, I've paid for 5 nights through motels or hostels, which is way more than I usually would. But for the most part, it's tent. I've also been put up by several people along the way, people that have picked me up. Viewers now have put me up for a night at their place, etc. So usually it's my tent though. Like last night, I was sleeping in my tent in Boulder. About 1 week solo, 1 week with someone to spice. Like, I'd have to know the person pretty well to go 1 week with someone. I don't mind hitchhiking, like, from one town to the next with a new person. But I've always, like, long distance has always been me hitchhiking by myself. That's what I know. I have no problem hitchhiking with another person, but I don't think I'd want to do it long term. But yeah, to spice things up, yeah, I definitely could invite people to experience hitchhiking with me. Good yourself?
Yeah, enjoying this weather.
It's great, isn't it?
I know,
Probably should have asked him. You got scared by the vampire dude? I wouldn't say I got scared. I don't know if you guys could tell, like, when you were watching that stream, if you were watching that stream or if you looked at the VOD, I was, like, egging them on. I wanted them to do more craziness, because they pretty much believed every single conspiracy theory that existed, which was just fun to hear them ramble on about. So I don't think I was scared. I was just they were strange, and I just wanted them to keep telling me about what they believe. You should go to Sheba Hut in Fort Collins. I don't know what that is. Is it worth going? Hitchhiking with another person means less chance of getting picked up, just space-wise. Yeah, it also means people are more scared to pick you up, especially if it's 2 guys. If someone's driving by themselves and they pick up 2 people, what ends up happening is one person sits right next to them and one person sits right behind them, and those are 2 complete strangers. And I think, and I understand why that would be intimidating. It is intimidating. They don't know you. What's the sketchiest dude you've ever encountered? Funny story, day 1 of Hitchhiking America was literally, I think, the sketchiest person I've encountered, potentially ride 2, and I turned down the ride. I told him I'd wait for the next ride. There's a command, and you can see the clip of that. I think it's ! Creepy driver. But how that happened is, yeah, he pulled over. My rules, I talk to them before I get in to judge them, or like to figure out what type of person they are. So I open the door, I'm like, hey, how's your day going? In a nice way. And he's like, do you want to ride or not? And I said something else, and he's like, do you want to ride or not again? And yeah, I didn't want to ride anymore. Where do you usually set up your tent, like in a park or something? Yeah, I don't show people on stream where I set up my tent because that's the least clear, like legally gray kind of thing going on. But yeah, I try to put it up in public land, and I'm there after, or like once it gets dark, I'll find a place to set up my tent. I'll set it up, and at very first light in the morning, which means I'm up very early, I'll take it down. And I'm just there to sleep. I don't have a campfire. I think I just said fire really weirdly. I said it like in a drawl. Campfire. I don't have a campfire, and I don't litter, I don't cut anything down. I'm there to sleep. By the time I leave, you shouldn't know I was even there. Ethically, I think that's okay. Other people might say otherwise. But yeah, I just try to find some woods or some bushes, and I set up my tent for 8 hours. Alright, I should get going. But I do have to actually figure out where I am on a map and look at where I need to go. So bear with me. Looks like I'm... Well, I'm really close to the interstate, but I don't see any on-ramps anywhere soon. And for anyone new here, it's illegal to hitchhike on interstates. It's illegal to be a pedestrian on interstates. It's illegal to be a bicyclist on interstates. And that's why it's illegal to hitchhike on interstates, because it's just illegal to be on an interstate unless you're a motor vehicle. So I have to hitchhike on the top of on-ramps. I can't be on the interstate itself. I have to be, if there is a sign that says no pedestrians, bicyclists, I have to stand before that sign. And if there isn't a sign, then I still have to be at the top of the on-ramp before it's like technically considered the interstate. It looks like a couple kilometers. Let's see. This is gonna be a hot walk. Like, it's not that hot. It's not hot compared to Arizona or anything. But it's gonna be hot because it's 2:47, so maybe the temperature's going down a little bit by now, but it's kind of peak heat of the day right now. Yeah, so I gotta go 2 miles. I might be able to hitchhike a ride. Like, when I'm walking, I might just throw my thumb. You're ashamed that I don't use an actual map. I know. It's not in the spirit, is it? New Belgium breweries in Fort Collins. Is that good? What's my favorite question? Like, for people to ask me or me to ask people? The creepy driver clip? Yeah, Ian, that's it. It was a weird one. We're going north to Wyoming. Wyoming. Smart move, ditching the Undertaker. Alright. People ask me? maybe if people ask me, like, there'll be more people telling me. I kind of like it when people say something along the lines of, oh, you're hitchhiking. That's not going to work well here. Like, people around here aren't going to pick you up. Because every time they say that, like, it works everywhere, and it works quick almost everywhere. So that's not really a question, but I really like when people say that. Alright. Is Wyoming one of the illegal states? Wyoming was illegal, but they passed legislature, is that what you call it? In 2013 that explicitly allows it now. So it's fine in Wyoming. But it used to be illegal. Yeah, I got a flight here to Fort Collins, or near Fort Collins, but it's kind of a private airport, or like a chartered jet airport, as you can hear by that jet there. That's a private chartered jet, and I won't be able to catch a ride on those. So I'm just gonna go back to traditional hitchhiking. I'm about 2 miles away from the on-ramp to whatever the hell the interstate is over here, I-25. So I gotta walk a little bit, but that's okay. It's gonna be hot. I'm gonna sweat a little bit. But yeah, I got my one flight today, and then I'm gonna switch back to normal hitchhiking. Yeah. Do you want to ride or not? He was pretty aggressive, so I think it makes sense why I turned down his ride. Yeah, we got to fly again. This time I did it all on my own. Todd didn't have to negotiate for me or anything. I went to a municipal airport and I talked to a few people. Everyone was really friendly. Eventually one guy, he's actually, he's a flight instructor, like he teaches people how to fly. But he didn't have anything to do for a couple hours, so he's like, oh, I'll just take you like 30 minutes north. So we got a flight out of Boulder to here, Jet Center, Loveland. So yeah. You'd love Yellowstone, but that's in western Wyoming. I don't think we're gonna be heading out west right now. There's always the potential that we come back, because when I'm kind of gonna zigzag through the states. At least that's my preliminary plan. Like go up the eastern seaboard and then go all the way along the northern states. And I'll be going kind of near Wyoming again. So maybe I'd like dip back down and check out Yellowstone, a few other places. Hitchhike to the next airport. It's the thing is, like, the chances that someone's actually, like, I find a pilot that's going somewhere and they're going north to Wyoming is slim. I have a feeling that not many people are going to go to Wyoming. I just happened to get lucky because this guy just felt like taking me out for a flight because he likes flying. How long were you at the airport before Peter offered to take you? 45 minutes, maybe? It's awesome, keep it up. Next up, private chartered jets. That's the dream. That's the dream. Just gonna figure out something on my phone, because my phone's getting pretty hot. The battery's maintaining itself well, though, so that's good. Let's see. Well, it says my temperature's okay. Alright. Yeah, not a whole lot of people living. Yeah, I think it's gonna be difficult to get to Wyoming flight-wise, but once I'm in Wyoming, maybe I'll try again and see if I can get like east to South Dakota or something like that. So we'll definitely. This is gonna be a semi-regular part of Hitch Live. I think from now on, we're gonna try and catch planes on occasion. We just proved that you can do it, like on your own. The other flights were by someone picking me up in their own personal just truck, it was a normal vehicle, and they own planes and they have friends that own planes, and through that I got rides. This is the first time just me on my own showing up at an airport and catching a ride, which is amazing. So I'm extremely happy, and this will now become a semi-regular thing that I'm gonna try to do. It probably won't work every time, but it'll work some of the time. When I was walking out of Boulder, I said like 25% chance. That's what I said. I gave it a 25% chance of success, and it was 25% chance of success and we got lucky, or that's actually something that will work regularly. West Wyoming, border of Idaho and Wyoming, will be easier for flights or catching a ride. Idaho is illegal for hitchhiking, so I won't be going to Idaho. I need a hat. I'd take it off for hitchhiking because I want people to see my face, but when I'm outside, it's yeah, I need to get a hat. Thought you would take longer to get a flight. Literally every single person that I talk to there, they're like, oh, like the first guy. Actually, the first guy said they didn't have room. The second guy said he definitely would, and he wants to take me, but that would make them overweight, and they can't do that. The third guy just landed, so he wasn't flying anywhere. And then the fourth guy was Peter, and he wasn't actually going anywhere. He's just like, yeah, sure, I'll take you for a flight, because he likes flying. Great thing you can get a free flight at your airport. Yeah, it's all about how you present yourself. Also, it depends what type of airport. Like this airport's harder because it's a bunch of jets. I'm guessing it's still possible. And it's something we'll look at in the future. But yeah, it's tough. But yeah, let's get going. It's hot though. I keep getting distracted, sorry. 1 second. We're gonna actually do something, I swear. I swear we do things on Hitch Live. Car is so pleb now? Yeah, it's hard to go back. Like I got picked up in a car and I'll be like, ugh, a car? Yours is smaller, has instructors and small planes. It's being upgraded for bigger planes. What's the worst that can happen? You go there and people say no, or you go there and staff is like, hey, sorry, we don't want you doing that here. That's literally the worst thing that could happen. So give it a try. If you could get hookup through aviation firms like the one Todd uses, that's possible too. It's possible. Alright, let's go. Reading through that message, Dante, it's like Jimmy from high school. I'm like, do I know a Jimmy from high school? I must know a Jimmy from high school. I don't remember who Jimmy is, but I must know a Jimmy. And then I felt bad, and then I kept reading, and things got weird. I don't know a Jimmy or a Dustin. But you got me at first, and I felt bad because I'm like, I don't remember you, Jimmy. I'm sorry. Is that what CO means? Yeah. CO stands for Colorado. Maybe it would be better to spell out the states, because yeah, this isn't a US only viewership base. In fact, it's quite international. So I should probably make it so it actually spells things out. Let's go. I'll use this strap. I never use this strap, but maybe I'll use it. Don't like it, but sure. Alright. It's only 75 degrees there? Yeah, I know. But I'm still gonna complain about it. Still gonna complain. Still feels hot. I'm Canadian, what can I say? Colombia. Yeah, hitchhiking out of Colombia. I don't think they'd like you hitchhiking planes out of Colombia. That'd be a strange one. Alright, I have to figure out how to get out of here. Come to Indiana. I plan on it. I would like to hit on this trip every single state that hasn't banned hitchhiking, and Indiana hasn't banned hitchhiking, so it's somewhere I want to go. Do we meet up in Thailand at the end of September? Well, wait. When's TwitchCon? Because I want to hitchhike to TwitchCon, so I have to be in the States for whenever that is. I would like to do a viewer meetup thing. I had this in my head because Todd, our favorite pilot. Oh, I shouldn't say favorite pilot. That's mean to Peter. Peter was awesome. Because he was saying he knows this guy that flies an empty jet all the time from Bakersfield to Las Vegas. And I was thinking, like, if he does that all the time, I wonder how many seats are on that private jet. And if we could do a viewer meetup in Bakersfield and pile everyone into a private jet to Las Vegas, because it's flying there empty anyway, right? Like, it would cost a little bit extra in fuel, and maybe I could, or we could compensate for the extra fuel or something. But wouldn't that be cool, a viewer meetup? Viewer meetup in Bakersfield, and then private jet flight to Las Vegas. Yeah, there's a ban in hitchhiking in certain states. Either a ban or the definition of the roadway has been set where you can't hitchhike anywhere near a roadway. Which is essentially a ban. 2 days before Halloween. That's getting late into the season, but it's still fine in October, especially in California. Hitchhike to Trevor's house and sleep in his yard in tents. I don't have a yard. Sleep in my living room in tents. Just making sure I'm walking out the right direction. It really sucks when you start walking in the wrong direction and you're walking for like a kilometer. You check your maps and you realize you've been walking in the wrong direction. That makes me sad. Actually, you know what? I should walk on this side. Every car that drives past, I might just throw my thumb out. Although I'm holding my water bottle, which makes it hard to hold this setup and water bottle in one hand, so I can use my thumb. All right, let's see. Ever had a dog chase me? No. No dogs. Like in Denver the other night? Like when I'm camping or something? No dogs. I like dogs. And dogs generally seem to like me. Yellow compass, do that. I have to walk a block. Yeah. I was gonna say that's extra weight and space, but like just rather than pulling out your phone, well, if it's like easy, like if it's something accessible, and you can always tell which direction you're pointing, I think that would make sense. But if it's something I actually have to pull out, then I might as well just use my navigation, which I use at my phone. I'm up the whole way we're walking. It's a waste of energy. There's like no cars on this road, so I can see the interstate up there. Problem is I won't be able to walk onto the interstate up there. I'll have to go to an on-ramp, which is... Most of this walk is going to be me walking next to an interstate, trying to find an on-ramp. Just saw the map of Colorado. That's in the middle of nowhere. Where I am right now is in the middle of nowhere. I think there's cities around. But yeah, I can see that. Kind of middle of nowhere-ish. Trev, you mentioned how long you've been hitchhiking. On this trip, 27 days. I started hitchhiking though about 4 years ago. When I was 19, I'm 23 now. Oh, they're not going to pick me up. It's a black Audi. Like that's the car driving people, driving the fancy charter passengers to their charter planes. Looks like the Chainsaw Massacre Road. I don't even know what that looks like. I'm getting a little hungry though, and I didn't bring any Snickers with me. What do I have? I have some granola and almonds. I should have ate while I was just sitting there talking to you guys. That would have been smart. I think near the on-ramp there's like well, there's a BMW dealership. I saw that on the map. There must be some kind of like gas station, service station, grocery store, something or other. But what a successful day today. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Any sketchy situations on this trip? Exclamation point, creepy driver. Yeah, creepy guy that I turned down the ride because I got bad vibes from him. Yeah, there's like nothing on this field, there's nothing. There are all airplane hangars over there. And yeah, and River and Joseph were interesting as well with their psychic vampires and stuff. But yeah. Using weed as a currency? No. Hitchhiking is, at least in North America, expected as a free ride. Don't blame Audi, it's a fine car. No, like, and it wasn't about, while I was sitting there talking to you guys after that flight, several black Audis would drive up to the fence, scan their card, drive in there, and then leave several minutes later. So what that means to me is those are like private drivers coming, picking up or dropping off clients that are flying on charter jets, and then leaving. So they're actually working as a private driver for passengers on these chartered planes. And they're just not going to pick you up. That wasn't saying anything about Audi drivers or Audis themselves. That was just based off of where I am, right outside of this chartered airport. They're working. You saw the creepy driver clip? Yeah, it was creepy. Were you able to hitch a ride on a plane? Yes. We caught a ride on a plane from Boulder to Fort Collins, or just outside Fort Collins. So it wasn't that far, but it was really fun. We did some like aerobatic kind of things. We made it so it was like 0G in there. Like pulling down so you get like lifted up in your seat and stuff, which we didn't do with Todd or Todd number 2, which are the other 2 pilots that flew me so far. So then we did some like sideways flying and stuff. Yeah, it was a good time. My stomach was a little upset after, so I'm not used to that. You want to do a trip through Europe as I'm doing through the US here? I went through Europe in 2015 doing exactly this, just without a live stream. Well, and no planes. And it was a great time. Europe's great for hitchhiking. So, I don't know, if you're a girl, I'd recommend the best combination for hitchhiking, in my opinion, for safety and speed is one guy, one girl. So if you're a girl, find a guy that wants to. If you're a guy, find a girl that wants to do it. Pair up and maybe do like a weekend trip to like a friend, like if you have a friend that's like 100 miles or 200 kilometers, I know that's not a conversion, but just somewhere close by, hitchhike there, meet up with your friend and hitchhike back. See if you like it, see if it goes well. If you like it, then you can do some longer trips. But yes, hitchhiking's scary the first time you do it, but it's actually not that crazy. People did ask you before, yeah. Or how did, I forgot how that conversation went. I could barely hear him over the headset. The headset I was using was really old. That's why you probably saw me like pushing the headset up to my ear. I was trying to get the speaker closer so I could actually hear what he's saying. I think we did a little bit, like just the smallest amount, and I'm like, oh, that was fun, like something about maybe like doing more. And then we did some more, and I'm like, can we go upside down? And then he explained why we can't go upside down. Like the plane can, but it's banned unless we both have parachutes, apparently. Hitchhiker's thumb? That's my thumb. I judge it as. So you're gonna couldn't make it today, dude? Are you, is that Ty? It's okay. You were sick. It's all good. Want to do a sort of coast-to-coast trip, but in Eurasia one day? Like from where to where? Hold up. I'm just trying to read chat for 1 second. It scares me that people still get picked up. The last time I did was a good 15 years ago, and it became that people would only pick you up if they had a truck, which I did. You look really nice from a distance though, so talking to you also easier, yeah, and talking a bit. Yeah, I don't think things have changed that much. Like, obviously I wasn't hitchhiking 15 years ago, I wasn't hitchhiking 40, 50 years ago when it was more popular. But I don't think the world has changed that much, like humans have changed that much. Like, yes, a lot of things have changed. I don't think it's that much harder. Hitchhiking is all about how you present yourself though. If you look unkempt and you look angry and you look like someone the average person wouldn't want to sit next to in their car, then it's going to take you longer to find a ride. Eventually someone will pick you up. It's a matter of time. Eventually, but it'll take a while. Like, on average, I wait about 15 to 25 minutes for a ride. That's if we're looking at all my rides, like 750 rides. In that range is kind of my average wait time, which in hitchhiking terms is next to nothing. Impact! You're back. I caught a ride on a plane again. I did it. I did a thing. Ever get passed for hours and hours before getting picked up? Or is it relatively quick? Yeah, the longest I've waited is about 8.5 hours. Second longest I've waited is like 6 hours. So it happens. Usually it's more a traffic issue than like people refusing to pick you up. Like if you're hitchhiking in a really rural area and there's nothing for hundreds of miles or kilometers, there just isn't that many people that are driving that route. So it takes a while to find a person to pick you up. So like the longest I ever had to wait was at a Fort Nelson, BC, on my way towards Whitehorse through Watson Lake, and there's just nothing for 500 kilometers, and it was February, it was winter. There just wasn't many people driving that road, and that's why it took so long. But during the 8.5 hours, 2 separate times people came up and they're like, oh, I saw you earlier and you're still here hitchhiking, so I grabbed you some Tims. So they gave me a coffee and a muffin. Twice! 2 different people. So that was really, yeah. Even though people couldn't pick me up, the residents of the town were like helping me out. You're at Wendy's to go. Yeah, I give you guys bad habits for your food. Brother used to hitchhike all the time, see ya? People still do it. You ever feel homesick? Like at times, I miss the familiarity of home, because I'm always in new places, always doing different things. And sometimes you just want to like take a little breather, a break, like I'm doing right now. The new spicy crispy avocado chicken sandwich is fire. Is that Wendy's? That sounds really good. Sounds really good. God damn it, now I want to go to Wendy's. I make you guys go to Wendy's and then you guys make me go to Wendy's. Where are you from? Have you been to Banff? I'm from Western Canada. I'm from Vancouver Island. And yes, I have been to Banff. I actually lived in Calgary for a year, which is just 2 hours away from Banff. So yes, I've been to Banff. It's beautiful. But yes, Impact. We caught another flight. This time with a guy named Peter. So it's been a good day. It's been a good day. Yep, Wendy's. If I get to that interstate junction and there's a Wendy's, you guys know where I'm going, because I'm fucking starving. I am starving. Getting that Snickers sponsorship and that Wendy's? Well, I should. You know what? I've probably inspired so many people to go get Snickers and so many people to go get Wendy's. I should be getting at least a commission for that, if not a paid sponsorship. Wonder if Domino's would deliver to a hitchhiker? Probably. You just set your address to I'd set my address to like whatever that business is, and I just stand out front and accept my Domino's. People had changed a lot in the last 20 years? I don't know, man. I think people just think that. Maybe it's just here in Germany, but a lot of them seem to be more scared. If people are scared, yeah, I guess, yeah. People seem more scared, but at their core, people are still the same. You know, I guess, I agree. I guess when I'm thinking about it, I'm just thinking that people aren't any worse than they were. But I guess, yeah, the mentality has changed. People seem more scared of other people. Oh. Did I screw that up? Might have had to turn left there. Map time. Where am I headed? To an on-ramp to the interstate so I can hitchhike north. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to turn left there, wasn't I? There's a Hooters by the on-ramp. Yeah, there's a Hooters. There's a Harley Davidson. There's a Mini Cooper dealership. There's a Carl's Jr. There's a Holiday Inn Express. Wow. There's Palomino Mexican food. There's a Four Seasons. Isn't that fancy? Well, shit. I think that's cooler than this one. What's up here? Some fly just flew into my forehead. Hooters equals TOS ban? Yeah, we won't be going to Hooters. As funny as that would be. Hooters and plane rides all in one street. That would be pretty funny. What's this? Yeah, I'm headed north out of Colorado right now. How long do I have for this adventure? I have until I either get bored or I no longer enjoy it. So, or I either no longer enjoy it or I run out of money. So there's no time limit. Well, in the States, I can only stay as long as my visa is good for. So that's 180 days in a year, which isn't, well, it's visa free as a Canadian. Hooters won't be against TOS. Would Hooters, like, with the type of restaurant they are, would they want me filming in there? I could see that being a place where they're like, kind of like, don't really want you doing that. But where did they draw the line with nudity? Isn't it like sexual content too? Don't know till you try it. See, and that's something I'm gonna try and not push the boundary. I already feel like as a hitchhiking stream, based on people's perception of hitchhiking, I'm already pushing the boundary a little bit. Hooters isn't sexual though, law. Like, the name and the picture, like, it's like the image they present. I think it's like inherently sexual. You've seen an IRL streamer at Hooters before? Maybe, we'll see. You can't film in Hooters. See, yeah, I think they'd have a problem with it. They're private. You can film inside private companies if it's until they tell you not to. If you're like a business that has like, you know, an open door policy where anyone can walk into your business, I'm quite sure it falls under the same kind of laws as just filming publicly, unless they tell you otherwise, unless they have signs posted otherwise. Please cheer in a strip club. I don't think we'll be going to Hooters. Yeah, you see more scantily clad women in other IRL streams? Possibly. Wow, there's nothing here. Nothing. Big pile of nothing. I'll probably try and hitchhike on this road though. See if I can get there quicker. No, not yet. Car coming. You can film anywhere as long as you get permission. Well, in public you don't need permission. But I think if a business is open to the public, I think that counts as the public unless they tell you otherwise. But someone can double check that for me if they want. Like I film in businesses all the time. Like we essentially do social eating streams in fast food joints all the time. That's a private business. Soda Pop and shot there the other day, Hooters. Yeah. Am I in Wyoming yet? Not yet. You did stream at a beach, remember? Like as in people wearing beach attire? Have you hitched in Canada? Yes, I'm from Canada. I've hitchhiked across Canada 4 times now. Oops. But yeah, so like say I walk into a business and I'm recording and they don't say anything, that's fine. It's only once they explicitly tell you not to, then of course I'd stop filming. Good to go in case someone complains. Is it? Yeah, I fell behind on chat, so I was catching up. As long as I'm just filming myself, yeah. Except with this wide-angle lens, inevitably I'm going to be filming other people, although I could take it off, and just so you can stare at my face. Sorry. This is just too shaky holding the water bottle and this thing at the same time. I'm going to put you down, put this water bottle away. Hey. Can I walk a bit faster? Do you want to see the next state? I'm not going to rush myself, because then I'm going to sweat a lot, and then I'm going to smell. So I've got another 20-minute walk that way. So stay tuned. Although I'm going to try and catch a ride if a car comes down that way. Have you ever been hurt, like while I'm traveling or just in general? I've fractured my arm and I've broken my finger once, that's it. I'm in Colorado right now. I started in Washington State and I've hitchhiked through Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, New Mexico, now Colorado, and we'll probably be in Wyoming by the end of today. Oops, I'm supposed to be hitchhiking. Where am I right now? I'm near Fort Collins, Colorado. You can't believe someone gave me a ride in an airplane? People can't believe people pick you up hitchhiking at all, so But yeah, I've gotten rides in several airplanes now. Well, 3 airplanes, 5 flights. And I didn't have to pay for anything. That's the whole point of hitchhiking. Albeit hitchhiking is less recognized than other places, so like if you go like this in the middle of a city in Russia, like any car sometimes just acts as a private taxi sometimes. So they'll expect payment. But once you're kind of outside of cities, it opens up again in Russia. Get hitchhike on a scooter, that'd be fun. Not much cars on this road. Audio's oofing? Are we getting feedback or what kind of oof are we getting? Crack, crack, pop, pop. It's not wind, there's no wind here. But the stock mic is really bad, so I'm gonna try and make this work, but if it doesn't, then we'll... So everyone just, you know, get mad at me if this starts popping again. Let me know if it pops again. It's broken. All good? So far so good? Because we're plugged back into the shotgun mic. Good for now? It's okay right now? Does it sound... Would you guys prefer it on like this? Or poor, or like worse audio quality with the stock microphone? I wish this thing was shielded so we didn't get that feedback noise. I need to find this type of microphone that's shielded from cell signals. Eat a Snickers, I don't have one. But when I get to this next junction, I'll be getting something to eat for sure. Worst candy bar? Butterfinger or Reese's? Bullshit. Who said that? Twisted Singer. You're banned! You're banned! Have you tried a Reese's fast break yet? I don't think so. No one says bad things about Snickers. You guys like to think you have freedom of speech, but if you say anything bad about Snickers, yeah, off with their head. That's right, MBG. Told you about the fast break 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. I have a bad memory. Reese's is okay. And yeah, it's kind of peanut butter. It's mostly sugar, but there's peanut butter in there, so there's probably some protein. This is not a democracy. This is an authoritative government you run here. It's me, Impact, mods, and we run a tight ship. We run a tight ship. Take 5 ultimate candy bar. I'm gonna disagree. If anyone says anything other than Snickers, you're wrong. It's not even disagreement, it's just you're wrong. You like Snickers, but Reese's is a bit better? And yeah, you're making fun of me because I'm talking about the protein content of a candy bar. But that's my justification for why I buy them all the time, is because they're not just sugar, they're protein and fat as well. Other things my body needs. That's my justification. What happens if Impact sleeps for 14 hours again? And he's banned too. Everyone's banned. If you don't agree that Snickers is the best candy bar, that is. So, I love Sour Patch Kids. That's my guiltiest pleasure, is sour candies. But you get like nothing out of that. Like, it's sugar, so it's some form of energy, but there's nothing else to it. It's essentially just sugar in a chewy form. Oh yeah, do they have Coffee Crisp? Like, Coffee Crisp is definitely a thing in Canada. It's okay. But it's like wafer. There's not much to it. It's chocolate and wafer with a coffee flavor. True. Chewy sugar? Yeah, I know. But yeah. Oh, a license plate. Maybe I should put a license plate on the back of my bag so I'm like legally allowed to go on the interstate, right? If I have a license plate, then I'm a vehicle, right? I'm not gonna take it. That's your plate? What'd you do leaving it there? Why'd you do that? That was silly. Take the plate. I don't want to carry a metal plate. No yeah, they banned them, didn't they? Because of small parts that children choke on or something? Man, ketchup chips are awesome. Ketchup chips are awesome. You guys are missing out. I'm pretty much there. I'm gonna stop hitchhiking because the lights are right there. Like, there's no point in hitchhiking now. But yeah, I can see why you see ketchup chips and you're like, ew, that's gross. But it's not gross, it's good. Do I know what the Snickers bar was called before it was called a Snickers bar? I didn't know it was called anything else before it was a Snickers bar. Enlighten me. Ketchup chips, what the fuck? They're good, I swear. Where are you from, Marley? Weren't you like Austria or something like that? I will send you a bag of ketchup chips. You order import ketchup on Amazon. Alright. We're getting there. I see the Harley Davidson dealership. Means we're close. God damn. Now I want all this Canadian stuff that you can't get in the States. I want ketchup chips. I'm just really hungry, so I want everything, actually. You like your chips dipped in ketchup? I've never done that before. See, I think that's weirder than ketchup chips themselves. Ketchup chips don't really taste like ketchup that much. How can you send send me some Canadian snacks. Unfortunately, I'm moving around too much. I guess unless there's like somewhere I knew I was gonna be like 2 weeks in advance, I'd be like, send it there and I'll pick it up when I get there. Which state has had the best Snickers so far? Well, it's a good question. Well, California introduced me to the extreme Snickers with Lee, the expert salesman. So maybe because of that, I was introduced to the wider world of Snickers outside of just regular Snickers in California. So I might just say California because that's where when I was exposed to what Snickers can be. But actually, do they make them in different places and they're different in different states? Down to send me some snacks. Alright. I'd have to figure out some place where I know I'm actually going to end up. And then you'd send snacks as a general delivery to just a US post office, and they'll just hold it there for me. And I show up there and I'm like, I'm Trevor, there's a package here, and then they give it to me. So if you want to do that, we can talk about the specifics privately. But that would be amazing. Just send me all the Canadian things, a bottle of maple syrup. For real? Send me a message on Discord or Whisper. Yeah, I know there's a homeless man on Twitch. We were actually discussing possibly doing a collaboration meetup thing because hitchhiking and like homelessness are in the same realm. But I was already past them by that point. Why aren't I hitchhiking? Because I'm walking right there. I've got 200 meters tops till I'm there. Send it to an Amazon locker. Wait, VP, choose gum? Some beaver tails? Alright, let's cross. I am very hungry though. I was already hungry because all I've had is I ate something at 7 a.m. and now it's 3, so haven't really had any food since 7 because I get up early because I get up at first light because I'm camping near civilization. So I'm famished. Snickers bar is known as a marathon bar. I could see that. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Have you ever eaten roadkill? No, I haven't. Ever get homesick? Yeah, that's a common question now. At times, I do miss the familiarity of home. Like, kind of being in the same place for an extended period of time. Seeing people that you've known for a long time. Just the familiarity with that. But that's nice for a couple days. But when I get home from a trip, I'm like happy to be home for a few days, a week or two. But then I want to get back on the road again. So I guess you could say I do, but it's not that intense. Snickers made in Kansas? Can we go to the factory? Is that a thing we're allowed to do? Impact. Hickory Sticks, Smarties, Arrow. Are these all like Canadian specific? Well, Timbits for sure. Swiss Chalet sauce, is that Canadian only? Jeez, that is quite the care package. Timbits would be tough. What else would be difficult? Take a normal potato chip and dab in some ketchup. That's wrong. It's just wrong. Actually, I'd try it. I'm not sure if it's wrong or not. It sounds wrong though. Which means I can understand why people think ketchup chips are wrong. Try roadkill when it comes worst to worst. Ain't happening. I'd have to be in a very dire situation for me to even consider that. Thunder Mountain Amphitheater, what is that? What does that mean? Amphitheater. It's an actual theater? Should we go to a movie? They wouldn't let you guys come with me, so we're not going. Second that vote for Snickers Factory stream. Yeah, that would be. I think that'd be awesome. Dill pickle chips are sold in the U.S. Yeah, they're good. You can get macaroni that comes with ketchup to dip it in. Yeah, a common thing Canadians do is they'll dip their craft dinner, their KD, and they'll put ketchup in it. So macaroni and cheese and ketchup. It's a thing. People do it. All right, we've got a GMC dealership, a Motorplex, which looks like several dealerships, a BMW dealership. I can't eat at a BMW dealership. Come on, give me the food. Give me the snacks. Can you go into the mountains and get us footage of a grizzly bear? I definitely wouldn't seek out footage of a bear, of me, especially on foot. I just drove through the mountains. If you were here the other, like, what was it? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? We drove from Grand Junction, Colorado to Denver, and we went through some beautiful mountains. Beautiful. Eat your mac and cheese and ketchup, it's actually kind of good. I understand though. Hitchhiking at a dealership. I don't think that would be very successful. Mac and cheese plus bacon. Of course that's good. Bacon goes with like everything. Origin of my surname? It's Ukrainian. There's a Carl's Jr. I don't know if I've ever had Carl's Jr. I've seen Carl's Jr.'s before, but I don't know if I've ever had them. Maybe I'll try them out. Oh, and there's the Hooters. Wings, shrimp, burgers. Smells bad here. Smells quite bad here. Smells like a sewer here. Carl's Jr. is decent. I might check it out. Yeah, most of the time I wish like you viewers could be here and like see what I see and experience what I experience. But yeah, when I'm smelling like a sewage thing, you're better off where you are. I'm going under the interstate right now. There's a chance I might lose a bit of signal, but we'll see. A 7-Eleven past the Carl's Jr.? Yeah, if I want Snickers, I can go to 7-Eleven. Maybe I'll eat at Carl's and then load up with a Snickers or two in case I hitchhike and I end up getting dropped off somewhere a bit remote. Sounds like Bigfoot's dick. Is that from Anchorman? With, was it the Panther? Or, I forget what it is. I don't mind like farm smell. I'm used to farm smell. On Vancouver Island there's a decent amount of farming. But that just straight up smelled like sewage. Like farm kind of cow manure smells different than like sewage manure or sewage whatever. But that, yeah, Thailand smells like a sewer, but you get used to it. That's very true. Whatever kind of environment you put yourself in, you get used to. So if I hung out in that spot for 3 days where it constantly smelled like a sewer, I wouldn't even smell it after a little bit. Where am I at? I'm near Fort Collins, northern Colorado. I hitched a flight from he didn't like stopping at the crosswalk. I hitched a flight from Boulder, Colorado to here. And now I'm getting some food because I haven't eaten since like 7 a.m. so I'm hungry. "60% of the time it works every time." That's correct. How do your parents feel about your adventures? I think my dad's fairly indifferent to it. I don't know. My mom hated hitchhiking at the start, but I think she can at least appreciate it now for what it is. I've only really had good things to say about it. And on this trip, she gets to watch whenever she wants. At any point of the day, she can just tune in and be like, "Oh, well, I wonder what Trevor's up to." And she can see that. Today we're heading north into Wyoming, and then probably east from there. I'm going to be zigzagging through the US. I kind of decided I'm going to set a goal for myself. I'm going to try and hitchhike through every single state that hasn't banned hitchhiking, and those states are Utah, Nevada, Idaho, Delaware, and New Jersey. Can you come with me? I'm not opposed to people coming with me for like a hitchhike, like from one town to the next, but definitely not long term. You're not my mom, Burgle Cut. You're not my mom. I need an adult. There's like several like big hotel chains, one over there too. Like all in this one area, and it seems like a strange spot. So there's nothing here. Like we're close to a city-ish. It just seems like a strange spot. Yeah, stranger danger. Where am I? Okay, a Remax, that doesn't help. Where's the food? Can you drop off some ketchup chips for me? You live 30 minutes away? If you live 30 minutes away, how did you find ketchup chips? Huh? How did you get them? What if everyone hitchhiked as a group? What do we got right now? 90-something people all together? Yeah, we'd have to find like an empty commercial trailer, like a 52-foot trailer, and I'll just cram you in there. Then we can do it. Fuck, I'm hungry. Oh, I see it. See Carl's Jr. Man, I've eaten so many burgers since I've come into the US. So many burgers. It's kind of bad. It's bad. I need to stop eating burgers. We're so close. Burgers are life. What was my favorite burger? Oh, McDonald's McDouble. Just kidding, it's not the best. But it's only $1.50 and it's like 500 calories, so it does the trick. You get 2 of them. It's 1,000 calories, that's like half of your recommended daily caloric intake. Good shit. Best burger. I don't know if I could pick a best burger. I went to In-N-Out. That was pretty good for a chain burger place. Ooh, I still have my free Chick-fil-A coupon. Am I against stream sniping? I still haven't fully developed my opinion on, like, to some extent. I don't want that many people just showing up out of nowhere. But if you talk to me beforehand, I would like to meet viewers. Like, that's interesting to me that someone found my stream and are in the area, and then we can coordinate the meetup. Like, I met a viewer that lived in Denver, and that was cool. So it'd kind of be like, ideally, message me beforehand. Get the bacon McDoubles that work for best calories. But you must pay extra. You do pay extra for the bacon. How much extra is it? Is the extra cost worth the extra calories? Because I just get 2 McDoubles and that's $3 plus tax. Oh yeah, it's Sunday. I can't talk about Chick-fil-A. I forgot about that. You're right, Wisco Mike. Used to only be $1, I know. It's sad. Qdoba, is that good? Are they good? I've eaten a lot of Mexican. Oh, I've eaten a lot of burgers too. Bacon's always worth it? Yeah, but for $3 I can get 1,000 calories out of McDoubles. Alright, what am I getting at Carl's Jr.'s, everyone? What's a good burger? What'd someone say about Qdoba? Got real queso and like Chipotle. Well, I just had Chipotle yesterday. Substitute mac sauce and shredded lettuce. Big Mac for, yeah. It's pretty much, yeah, Big Mac is like, yeah, just the 2 cheap patties and then an extra bun and some lettuce and stuff and Big Mac sauce, so, yeah. What's wrong with Chick-fil-A on a Sunday? They're closed. They're owned by religious people. Alright. Are we ready?
Yes. Alright, here you are. I'll have it out for you as soon as we can.
Hey.
Hey. You look incredibly well geared up
Thank you.
for whatever it is you're doing.
Hitchhiked here from Canada.
Really?
Yeah. So, actually hitchhiked a flight today to get near here. On an airplane.
Why?
Oh, and then I'm live streaming it.
Oh.
So I want to show people what the experience of hitchhiking is like. So that's why this thing is here.
Oh.
So people got to see me hitchhike a ride on an airplane today, and I've been picked up 54 times, I think, on the trip. And they've got to see that live as that happens.
Just wow. Okay, what can we get for you?
I think I'm gonna try the guacamole bacon thick burger.
Sure, third or half pound.
Third combo.
Okay, small, medium, or large.
Small.
Alright. Anything else for you today?
I think that's it.
This is for here or to go?
I'll grab it here.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be $9.25.
Cool.
Just insert your chip and push the button. Would you like to receipt?
I'm good.
Alright.
You guys are curious? That's where I am.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah.
You can see when we're in drink, we'll have it out for you as soon as we can.
Cool. Awesome. What do I want? Did I show you guys my credit card? Ooh, I haven't had cherry coke in a long time. Just want to taste it.
I don't think most people would. It's a little bit like shocking.
I've done it in 25 countries. I've been picked up over 750 times. It's not as crazy as people make it out to be.
I don't think so.
No, but it's the fact that you could also be killed by somebody.
You could be killed working here too.
I know it's more likely though to be hitchhiking because you don't know who you're getting in front of.
Yeah,
I know who we're saying.
exactly. Anyone could come in here. You could always do what ifs with anything. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? But at the end of the day, shit happens or shit doesn't happen. I don't know what I want to drink. I think I'm gonna. Ooh, raspberry tea. I'm gonna put my bag down for now, and then we'll do this. Oh, it's a handicap table. I shouldn't sit there. Go here. I think I want iced tea. I want something refreshing. Maybe I should sit on this side. What's that like? Yeah, that's better. She's like, hitchhiking is dangerous. Yeah, I know.
Here you are, sir. Trying to catch up for dipping sauce like that?
I'll be right back. I'm just grabbing a drink.
You enjoy. No, I mean, she's supposed to be here by 2. I'm saying she's usually 5 minutes, like, anyways. Oh, that was late. Not bad. Yeah, no. We got slammed. Maybe got down to like 10% around 2 o'clock. Any extra ketchup or dipping sauces you want? Not necessarily, no. We have honey mustard, spice buffalo, barbecue, ranch. Ketchup at the station right there. Pack it for that you like.
Alright, this is now a social eating stream. If you came here for hitchhiking, you're gonna have to wait probably 15 hours because it takes me forever to eat anything.
Yeah, you got big fingers. Actually, small fingers. Actually, hold on. These big fingers. Like,
Wait, did I miss something? MVK! Thank you. Thank you for the $10.50 donation. It is burger time. I appreciate the support, MVK. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm insane. Like, you have no idea. Well, yeah. I think it might be like something like.
Maybe I was a little bit extreme on her.
Although, you know what? Maybe.
Because I was vibing with that guy. He was thinking it was cool, and then she's just like, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, you know what? You know what? Maybe you should. Alright, here we go. It's actually social eating time. fries first.
The whole point of like typically the whole reason people do the thing is because your body doesn't see it like that. And once that happens, so your body's like,
But Ian, yeah, you're a regular now. You're here like every day. It's good to see you though. I've eaten so many burgers since I entered the US. Goes to Carl's Jr., orders another burger. What else are you gonna eat at Carl's Jr.? I just broke my straw. That's disappointing. Hey, Greenland Rules. Took $5. Keep safe, Trevor. I'll do my best. Thank you very much, Greenland Rules. You're here almost every day too, so thank you for checking out the stream. And thank you for the donation. That's a substantial burger. I was contemplating getting the half-pound one, and I'm glad I got the third. Stream's fun to watch. Get to watch your stream while writing. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. What was that thing on screen? A donation? A donation? And I actually saw it as it happened. I didn't have to like scroll back and like look it up. And we were just talking about bacon, so I got a burger with bacon on it. Thank you. And we have a subscriber emote. I'm so happy. It's a good day. Yep. For those of you that don't know, me and Ian Chenner, we go back. We're friends in high school. And he just stumbled upon my channel, what, 5 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago? Two, 3 days ago? Okay. It's a good looking burger. It's a good tasting burger too. Have I ever been engaged or close to marriage? No. I have been in like my longest relationship's like 3 years. We weren't close to marriage or anything like that. What's my goal in life? To enjoy my life. However, I find enjoyment, just do that. "23 days ago, yeah." This burger's really messy though, it's falling apart. Or maybe I'm just messy. Oh god. I think it's just me. You know that part? About my 3-year relationship? Yeah, you were there when me and that lady started dating. We were high school sweethearts. Had the same burger last week. MVK. This burger's so messy. I'm gonna need to like eat it with a fork at the end. How old am I? I'm 23 years old. Carl's Jr.'s burgers are supposed to be messy. Well, they've achieved their goal. So sorry for your bad English. Not English or American, but Dutch. Don't have to apologize for making grammar or spelling or any kind of mistakes. That's fine. This is the internet. This isn't a peer-reviewed like article that needs to have sources and everything like that. Grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, it's all good. The whole marketing is about messy burgers. That's interesting. That's an interesting marketing approach. You're talking about Twisted Singer Ian Chen? We haven't talked, I don't think, since high school. Have we, Ian? I don't think we have. Like, we were friends on Facebook, but I don't think we had actually talked really since high school itself. You know a kid who ate a burger with a fork and knife, he's in prison. Is that what you were doing with those police ride-alongs Impact with the OPP? You found some dude eating a burger with a fork and knife and you arrested him and tossed him in prison? Everything's just falling apart. You're tearing me apart.
Well, not really.
Yeah, you moved to Toronto.
Not really. You did pretty good.
Yeah, so we haven't touched really since high school. What did you end up taking in school, Ian? You're graduating now, aren't you? How did I hitch a ride on a plane? I went to a small municipal airport, like one where there's just hobby aircraft flying. I walked into the terminal kind of place thing, and I just talked to people. And I'm just like, hey, are you flying somewhere? And then they're like, yeah, maybe. Or like, yeah, I'm going here, or whatever. And then I'm like, well, you see, hi, I'm from Canada, and I hitchhiked here, and I'm on like a little project trying to hitchhike around the US, and my burger's completely falling apart. Would you mind taking a +1? Do you got room? You know? Just talk to people, be friendly, have a conversation. And then everyone I talked to was very friendly. So people eat their Snickers with a knife and a fork? They're not people. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face. I like it. Well, it's getting all over the place. Have fun. You're 72 and enjoyed your experience. If I can't do it, I can watch. Watch you from Erie. Is PA? What's Pennsylvania? Is PA Pennsylvania? Sorry, I don't know my state, everything. But that's really cool. I'm glad you found the channel. Albert. That's really cool. I'm glad you find. Glad you enjoy watching the content I provide on this stream. I'll try it. Yeah. Todd #1, the first pilot that took me on a flight. He took me to In-N-Out in California. English literature / professional writing. That's something I absolutely cannot do, and I respect that you can do that. I'm a horrible writer. Horrible. In college, someone ate a hot dog plain only with mayo and a fork and a knife. That's a strange one. Goddamn. I'm gonna miss. Sorry. That's the window, if you're curious. No, come back. Okay. Automod was. Is Automod being too much? Should we turn it down? We were trying different levels of Automod just to see what they did. How long was the flight? It was only like 30 minutes, maybe. Wouldn't it have been funny if his name was Todd too? We'd have Todd the pilot #1, Todd the pilot #2, and Todd the pilot #3 now.
confirmed to try Shake Shack to compare against In-N-Out, Five Guys, and Culver's. I've been to Five Guys, been to In-N-Out. They're both great. In-N-Out's pretty cheap. Like, it was actually like a decent deal, I thought. Five Guys is a bit more expensive, but they're really solid burgers, and they load you up with fries. People have been telling me about Culver's, so I want to check it out. You don't put fries in burger? I don't think I could fit them and like actually get it in my mouth. It's AI just has to learn your lingo. Albert, thanks for the 300 bits. That's awesome. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. That's awesome. I say this on a semi-regular basis. Just gonna chew this first. But I've told people from the beginning I'm gonna continue doing this until I either run out of money or I no longer enjoy it. With the support that you guys have been providing me, like I'm not gonna end up running out of money. So this is sustainable at this rate, which means we can go until I no longer enjoy this and I want to do something else with my life. So you guys make this possible because I only had enough finances to sustain this for so long, with like no kind of support from the community. But now that people are helping me out, we can do this essentially, yeah, forever. I really liked In-N-Out. I was really hungry at the time too, so maybe it's not as good as I remember, but let's go. Do you even have money, Trevor? Yes, I do. I save up money before I do my trips, and I never let my money run out. My money is part of my safety net. It's, you know, if something happens, I can always buy myself out of a situation and get home. Like, you know, if I need to get back to Canada for whatever reason, I can. I'm here, bro. Take you to Culver. I plan on coming to Minnesota. It's definitely part of, like, I preliminarily like mapped out a potential route that I might take, and we're going through Minnesota. It's gonna happen. Burger City Grill. Whereabouts are those? And I'm just way backlogged on chat, so when people are asking questions right now, it takes me a few minutes to catch up on it, because I'm eating and trying to answer questions and drinking, and I fall behind. I work when I'm at home. When I'm back in Canada, I get a job, I save up money, I quit my job, and I go travel. That's what I've done for the past 4 years. So I'm out of money? Nope. I could have gone for a few months without any kind of support from the community. And we're at day 27. So even if no one had given me a single cent, I'd still be doing this for another couple months. So we're good. Crazy how hooked you are in only 3 days. yeah, I took the day off, but I wasn't even partying. I was trying to figure out a few things. I was potentially going to meet up with someone, but that didn't end up turning out. And then by the time I was like, okay, maybe I'll just leave and continue hitchhiking, it was already like 4 p.m. So we only have a few hours of daylight left, and I'd have to transit and get out of town. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to stay in town. I'm going to try and do stuff on my laptop. I just was in a cafe, plugged into their power. So I decided to take the day and start fresh today. Come to Minnesota, I plan on it. I'll be there. Oops. There's the window again. This amateur streamer is Have I traveled in other countries, Albert? Yeah. Prior to this trip, I'd hitchhiked in 25 countries. Over the past 4 years. So yeah, I've traveled a decent amount. And I've been to other countries as well where I haven't hitchhiked. So I think I've been to like... Actually, I've only been to... Almost every country I've been to, I've hitchhiked in. Except for Vietnam, Hong Kong, so China or Hong Kong. United Arab Emirates. Aruba, but that's not a country, that's like... What does Aruba count as? I don't know. Isn't it like part of like Denmark or some European country that's like owned by them? How much money do you have? Sorry, I'm missing chat and I'm going all over the place on chat, so some stuff's gonna get missed, and you can just ask it again and I might catch it. We'll probably make it to Wyoming today. We're in Colorado right now. My antenna came unplugged, so we lost connection. So when you gotta go to the washroom, you just go on the side of the road. I have the equipment necessary for that, but I try not to. I haven't had to do that on this trip. But if you're backpacking, bring toilet paper with you. Have that in your bag. My phone's getting really hot. I don't know why it's so hot. I have to leave it off charge for a second. Sorry, I'm going to be missing stuff. I'm just checking out something with the phone because my phone's kind of freaking out a little bit. Okay. Are you cold? Will you cool down my phone for me, please? I don't know why the phone's getting so hot. I need to get more ice. See, the battery's working today, but now the phone's overheating. Just nothing ever goes 100% correct. Sorry, I know this probably looks crazy right now. I'm trying to figure stuff out, and I'm not on my little mount thing, so.
Bear with me. Sorry. I really need to upgrade my hardware at some point, though. Okay. 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 Puppy, you're gonna have to chill out a little bit. Like, and I'm a pretty open book, but it is a pretty strange question. Yes, people ask you about your family members, but it doesn't go like, hi, my name's this, I'm from here. My grandpa is dead, and like, one of my siblings died at a young age. Nice to meet you. Like, yeah, I just try to have a nice, like, chill, calm stream. Like a fairly wholesome environment. So I just want everyone to be happy and having fun. So ever have to wrestle a bear that messed with your tent? 3 times. I have a scar right here. No, that's from my cat, but no, I've never had any interactions with bears close up, just from afar. They're scared of humans. They want to keep their distance, unless you have some really tasty food. Then they want that. The most I've had animals messing around my tent at night is it happened twice in Germany. Like wild boar, like a pig thing, was like snorting around my tent, smelling things, but I didn't have any good food. Yeah, I put the bear in a headlock. Night night. Never stood a chance. We need Marcos? Yeah, I miss Marcos and Javi. We're gonna go back to San Francisco. No, we didn't put the cat down after. It was my fault. I was like 4 years old and I was a little shit. So, the cat lived to a ripe old age of 18 or something like that.
Her name was Whiskers. She's moved on, but that was only a couple years ago. Like 2 years ago. You're a legend. Thank you. Is that Banana Killer? I can't see the first letter of your name because my lens covers it, but I'll see you in a second. Yeah, I was pestering the cat. You know, like, it was just minding its business, and I was like, you know, hitting like its paws and stuff like that, being a 4-year-old, just being like, and the cat got mad. It is Banana Killer. Where am I eating at? This is Carl's Jr. Their burgers are very messy. But it's good. It's good. Everything is like slipping, sliding apart, falling apart all over the place. This is not a burger you would eat in your car. It's a bad idea. But this seems to be like the same size or even a little bit smaller than in US. Small sizes are like, this is definitely I think a medium in Canada. Like, it's a decent size. Their smalls aren't very small. Looks like a really popular place. I think this is just a really sleepy area. There's not much going on around here. I'm at a random junction on the interstate, but we're not actually in a city or town. We're just at a junction. You get a lot of rides trying to pick you up, or pick up on you. You mentioned the other day that in all the time, it's only happened a few times where like a natural hookup, maybe it was, yeah, in all my hitchhiking, like me being picked up by someone directly leading to me hooking up with that person has happened only a couple times in 750 rides. That's not a common thing. Indirectly, hitchhiking has probably helped me significantly, just as like something interesting to talk about. Are you going all the way across the US? I want to hitchhike through every single state where it's not banned to be hitchhiking, which is all but 5 states. Goes to the washroom once a week. Yeah, I don't use the washroom very often, but I should wash my face after this, probably. Like I wiped my face with a napkin, but that was messy. My hands are gonna be dirty, yeah. But yeah, I will wash my hands, at least. You guys get great enjoyment out of commenting on my bathroom habits. I sleep in my tent, Vectivus. I just set it up where I find a spot tucked away from civilization a little bit, and yeah. And I set it up after it gets dark, and I take it down first light in the morning, which is quite early. While you're traveling, do you ever lay down at night and feel like you're moving? Not quite. As soon as I lay down, once I set up my tent and crawl inside of it, I'm pretty much right out. I get tired. Maybe I look tired. I don't know. But I sleep really well. Which 5 states is it banned in? It's banned in Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Delaware, and New Jersey. It was banned in Wyoming, but in 2013 they repealed that. We'll focus on the shower part. Yeah, I won't shower every day. I'll shower if someone invites me into their place, and they give me, like, they let me shower. I'll shower, like, if I pay for a motel, which has happened, or pay for any kind of accommodation, which has happened 5 times on this trip, 5 times in 27 days. And I'll like jump in a lake if it's hot, or a river. I didn't even check if any places had outlets here. I probably should have. They've got outlets in the ceiling. I hate when places do that. They're dotted all along the ceiling, but none at a usable level. What's the worst state you've traveled in as far as people, roads? I've been through some like really good states so far. Washington, Oregon, California were all great for roads and stuff like that. Like California, Southern California is annoying road-wise because they're large highways and they're harder to hitchhike on. Cities in general are harder to hitchhike out of. So California was probably the most difficult, but wasn't the worst. It depends what you are calling worst. But like, for me, like the LA area is like very unappealing for my type of traveling. A ton of people, like a rat's nest of highways and interstates all kind of like tied together. It's not good. It's not good. But I got lucky. The guy that put me up in Anaheim, he just happened to be driving to Palm Springs the second day I was there. So he just drove me to Palm Springs with him. So I got to get out of the LA area without having to hitchhike. How long have I been streaming for? 27 days. I've never streamed a day before this trip. Always checks for outlets when he's done? Yeah. I always forget. A smelly hitchhiker won't get rides. The thing is, you can't smell someone before you pull over, right? So even if I don't smell that great, I try to look like I smell okay. Are you worried about any state in particular? The southern states because of the heat, not because of people or roads. Especially the coastal southern states, like where it's more humid. Central, where it's dry heat, it's like hot, but your body deals with that. When it's humid and hot, your body doesn't do as well with that. Never streamed before this, but yeah. Hopefully you can't smell a person before. Yeah, we hope. We hope. The thing is, it's hard to smell like yourself and know what you smell like, because you're always around yourself, so you're used to that smell. So unless I'm like asking random people to be like, hey, how do I smell? It's tough for me to call. I don't think I'm the smelliest person in the world. So I think I do okay. But yeah, things can get ripe. Longest on this trip I've gone without showering is 4 days. You know, fun if you ever make it here to Florida, not only is it hot, but the people are shit too. Even in Florida, I think the average person is still gonna be a decent person. Summer's coming, better best sandals and shorts. I always hitchhike in long pants, boots, and a long sleeve shirt. Keeps the sun off you. And when I walk into the bushes in the morning, I tuck my pants into my socks, and I roll down my sleeves, and that's my thing. More uncomfortable to ask someone to get out after you went through the trouble of stopping. That's true. I still don't want someone to feel pressured like they have to take me. I tell people, like some viewers have been like, oh, now that I've seen you hitchhike, I kind of feel like maybe I want to hit or pick up a hitchhiker. What do you think? Or like, do you have any recommendations? And like, you guys know how I screen my drivers. I talk to my drivers before I get into their cars. I think as a driver, you should screen your hitchhikers before you let them into your car. So, like, I open the door, I'm like, hey, how's your day going? Whereabouts you headed to? No.